Birhane Mikael is a lecturer at Mekelle University within the Department of Accounting and Finance. Birhane says his disability was a result of a spinal injury that did not get proper medical attention at the time. He tells us that despite his great love of education, he was forced to discontinue learning for years due to his injury.
I was fine until grade 8, but I became sick after that. There weren't health facilities in the area where I grew up. Gradually, I became paralyzed. Before my injury, I had a great love of education. I was one of the best students in my class. But after I became ill, I had to stop going to school for more than 5 years. I didn't know how to start living life with disability.
It would take Birhane years before he finally get back to confidence to go back to school. But he tells us that once he went back, he enjoyed it more than anything.
My brother had come to Mekelle to attend university, and after he completed his education and brought me here, so I had the chance to start a new life. I hadn't had any help before. I started school because I was sick of sitting around all day, but then once I started, I loved it, and I started getting good grades again. I completed my 10th grade education with straight A's.
Birhane says that he continues to achieve good grades in his education, and finally he was able to graduate on the field of accounting and finance with a cumulative grade of 3.93 from Mekelle University, and the school decided to keep him on as a lecturer.
I joined Mekelle University and studied accounting and finance. By the time I joined the university, I was adapted to my new way of life and started to dream of a better future.
After years of challenges, Birhane was finally able to be self-reliant and had even started to support family members.
After I got a job at Mekelle University, I started to help my youngest brother and my parent. They are old now and don't have much, so I live here with 2 of my brothers and my nephew with me as a primary breadwinner. But since the start of the war, life has been very difficult. I haven't had a salary for a year now.
Birhane says his disability makes life even more difficult as medical care remains difficult to access.
Cost of living The cost of living is high for a person living with disability. We need wheelchair and continuous medical follow-ups. As I'm immobile, so I am vulnerable to a lot of diseases.
Overperformance in thought, the humanitarian route declared by Ethiopian government in the most vulnerable communities have continued to suffer, with millions in urgent need of assistance.